Yes, people, welcome to another edition of the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A on Sarcasm City TV, hosted by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note, and I'm joined by my two fellow co-hosts. First and foremost, I have to introduce the lovely Black Queen over there, rocking her merch, looking lovely as ever, Yan City. Yan City, how are you doing? Is everything good? What are you telling me?
Yeah, fine. How are you?
Is it? Is that a good enough intro? Yeah. See that? No slander in
All
the
right.
intro either, like you do to me. Well, you slander me in your intros. You big ripping and slander me. 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
All right, but let's get into the slander anyway. So Yan City has merch, as you lot can see, and she didn't even tell me. You know what I'm saying? How dare you have merch and don't tell me and don't give me any merch? What kind of nonsense is that? I'm sure if Ryan had merch, he would give me some of his merch.
Oh yeah.
If I
think
had
you're in
merch,
charge as
I'd
well.
I'd give it to Rat. See, this is what I'm saying, innit? And welcoming also for his first official show. You get me? As one of the first.
Abdi.
Oh,
Sorry.
he's already getting
Wait,
into it.
can we wait? Can we wait?
Okay,
Can I
let's
introduce?
go
Can I
for it.
introduce?
Let's
Can I
do it.
introduce the man first? You get what I'm saying? Because it's his first show as the official co-host. Welcoming him to the show, of course. Welcoming him. I sound like my man. You're just ruining it. So let me do that again.
Sorry,
Welcome him.
Ryan.
Yeah, you just say you
Alright.
just throw me off on that. Are you done, Yan City? Yeah. Can I give the man his introduction? Can I give him his flowers, please? Because this is a first official. Yo, she blocked him. You know, you can't be blocking people out here, man. What's wrong with you? But yes, welcome him for the first time as an official co-host of the show. You can see it there. We got the fresh trim. He was ready. One of Liverpool fans' finest, Ryan. Ryan, welcome to the show. How you doing? Everything good?
Just a bit of a mixed day. Got a couple of uni exams done, but then saw my team lose to you lot. So yeah, I got a crap haircut off my mum. So yeah,
No,
mixed day.
No.
Mixed day.
Give your mum props, man. Innit? You get me? The haircut's not
fine.
bad. It looks good. If it looked bad, we would have told you in it. Behind scenes,
Oh,
obviously,
thank
I'm not tell you. But if it looked bad, I would have been like, yo, put a hat on it. You know what I'm saying? If it looked bad. You know what I'm saying? Same way, if I got a bad trim, you gotta tell me that. You get what I'm saying? Because that's what friends do in it. Friends do things like that. Friends don't hide merch from each other and not tell them. You know, them type of things there. You know what I'm saying? But it is
Well,
what
just
it is.
gave me that little dig in there.
You get me? Oh
We're
yeah,
not
it's for the
friends, we're
whole
best
show.
friends.
Yeah,
is
so
what it
best, that makes it even worse, innit? We are best friends. But yeah, everyone, Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, make sure you like the video. If you're watching this live right now or you're watching this back, hit the like button on the video. Make sure you share it across all your socials. Subscribe to the channel. And when you subscribe to Sarcasm City TV, make sure you hit the notification bell. Also, it is road to 2,000 subscribers. We are almost there. If you're watching on my Twitter or through Yan City's Twitter or Ryan's Twitter, make sure you retweet the tweet, like the tweet, follow all three of us. Or three of us if you haven't already. And if you haven't seen the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, what this show is, obviously regular watchers will know this, but for people who don't know, we just answer questions from you lot, and it can be any sport. So it doesn't necessarily have to, it can be football based, it can be football now, football in the past, any team, any player, any sport. This is just open sports central, basically. So you know what I'm saying? But before we get into all of that, of course, you know, Manchester United do what Manchester United do. Picking up wins and all them things there. You know what I'm saying? Beating the number one up in my eyes in Liverpool. Bruno Fernandes with the long range penalty and that. You know what I'm saying? He's the first guy in it out here scoring long range penalties on a regular basis and that. You know what I'm saying? And yo, yeah, you taking liberties, but I have to read this because it's a super chat. She says, if you're asking me, big up Lauren, put a hat on. Nah, I disagree in it. Go on, Ryan. I'll let you respond and big up for the super chat as well.
What was that dig to me?
Yeah, I think it's a dig at you, innit? You know what I'm saying? Because I got a hat on it.
I expected better than that, but cheers for being honest.
There you go, innit? You got welcome him in, man, Lauren. What's wrong with you, innit? Yeah, you could have said something nice. You know what I'm saying? And then drop
Nah, she's right. I was so annoyed when I saw it. I didn't have a mirror in front of me, so she was just cutting it. So I checked it after and I was like, oh my God, I didn't know you'd done it that short.
There's nothing wrong with it, man.
No, it's fine. Honestly, it's fine.
Cheers. I normally keep it pretty long at the top, though, but...
Yo, trust me, yeah. If you get me, if it was bad, we would tell you in it. Obviously, I'm not gonna do it on air, but man would tell you off air, like, yo, that's not the look. Put a heart in it, like for real. They're gonna.
Even though I'm not slandering anyone after today, because I made a comment about a beard and someone thought I was talking about them and I wasn't. And
still
got a bit offended, innit?
Because you was taking indirect shout. If you don't know what she's talking about, go watch the United Liverpool watch along. And Yan City just started taking indirects at my boy Danny and that about his beard. It's like, wow, that's a bit rude. It's the first time we've been on a stream with him, and you're just firing shots at man. I'm like, it's a bit uncalled for. Yeah, It'll be uncalled for.
I need to watch that after.
Yeah, man, check out the watch along and that, innit? It's interesting as always. We start talking about all other types of shit, hairlines, the whole night. You know what it's like on watch alongs. They get like this show is supposed to be a sports Q&A, yet we're talking about haircuts and beards and friends not sending their friends merch and all them type of things there. But you know what? It is what it is, isn't it? Yancey blocking people out of the show.
How do you know that?
You know what? That's true. You know what I'm saying? But you should. But then all right, whatever, innit? Anyways, you got a point still. That's when I say whatever, innit? That means you got a point. Jeremiah's with the slander already. He says, big up again to Lauren for the super chat. We're winning the goddamn league. Yeah, you are convinced.
I wonder what the damn league is.
Yeah, I mean, the damn league.
Because I know you ain't talking about the Premier League.
All right. Okay, she come out swinging. Flawless, what's going on with your hair, you locks? And you know what? I'm just going with the flow in it. I have no idea. I have no plan with it whatsoever. It's kind of, you know what? I don't know in it because that's a lot of maintenance.
It makes people better looking in it.
You know what? But I'm fantastic looking anyway, but it is what it is. But I'm just doing an ollie with my hair in terms of, I'm just vibes in and see where it goes in it. I'm just taking each day, see what happens in it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I have no plan. Okay, let's start here in it. Duke, MCFC, Ryan, Salah proved you wrong. So if you've not seen Agenda FC, make sure you go check that out. That was myself, Lewis, and Tox, and Ryan was a special guest. And he spoke on how Salah's a fraud, how he doesn't rate him. He's been Salah out for such a long period of time. So what are your thoughts on today's performance?
Well, when I was watching it, obviously I was buzzing when he scored because he scored for my team. But because we lost, I knew on the Q&A tonight that people will be getting at me in the comments, oh, you got an agenda against Salah, he's so good and everything like that. But the worst thing is we lost as well. So we lost the game and I have to answer to a lot of people tonight. So did he prove me wrong? No. I'm not letting one game change my whole opinion of him. I've had this opinion of him for about over a year, like I said, and yeah, I mean he scored a couple of goals today. By the way, the second goal was a crap finish. I just want to say that it was an awful finish. It went through the keeper's legs, and he should have scored. He should have scored for his hat trick, and we would have probably won the game. He probably should have squared it to Mane, if I'm being honest. But I mean, what? Good. He took the first goal well. I'll give him that. But what did he actually do apart from that? He was just quiet and controlling the ball weirdly again and losing it to Luke Shaw. And he's not proved me wrong. And even if he had played a 10 out of 10 today, it wouldn't change my mind. I'd be happy he's played that well. But he has to do a lot to convince me that I want him to stay. A lot.
All right, fair enough. At least you've stuck to your guns. I rate that still. See, that's why you're a co-host over here, because you've stuck to your guns regardless of him scoring a brace. I thought the first goal was very good.
First goal he took one.
Very good finish. The second one did take a slight deflection, but then his volley in it. As soon as he did that volley, I think I said it on the watch along. I was like, yeah, right.
Oh.
Look at you. Look at the stress on your face. You know what I mean? Man rubbed his temple.
Today. You know what hurt today? I'm gutted. I'm obviously gutted because we lost to United, but I'm gutted because I thought people might disagree. I thought we were the better team for most of the game. In the second half, I thought we were really, really good. It was probably, I'd say, between Rashford's goal and Bruno's free kick. In between that was probably one of the best I've seen us play this season, to be honest. We got the goal, should have had a few more, and I think Trent had a chance when he saved it. Salah had a couple. Milner missed that chance as well.
Yeah, that Milner one
was a fair few, but but I'm taking positives from it in terms of we scored a couple of goals. Our football was a lot better. We looked a lot better going forward, and it's given me a bit more hope going into the next few games, knowing that we can still attack. Like we still got it in us to be able to hurt teams like we haven't done the last few games. So I'm looking at that and thinking maybe we can get a few good results in the next few games if we play that way.
Yancey, as the neutral, well, no, you're not neutral because you hate Manchester United, but as the non-Manchester United and non-Liverpool fan, what are your thoughts on Salah and the game overall? Obviously, you was on the watch along, but let the people know who weren't there.
I don't know, I don't watch Liverpool every week, innit? But a lot of people are kind of frustrated at Salah, so it's one of them things. There's a few players in City where people that don't watch City will be like, oh, he's a quality player, but they're frustrating to watch, kind of like Mahrez for us. He's frustrating to watch, as good as he is as a player. So I think it's that sort of thing. I don't think Liverpool played that badly today. I agree with Ryan. There were parts in the game where it looked like Liverpool could win it. But I just think Man United, they always have that sort of late goal in them. Do you know what I mean? So I personally wanted like a draw, extra time, penalties,
You want
injuries.
the 22-man brawl, innit?
Yeah, I wanted everything, but we didn't really get that. So it was a bit, yeah. Well, obviously, I never want Man United to win.
See the hate right there, people. But like I said, United through to the FA Cup 5th round. We got, I think it's West Ham. Bruno scoring a long-range penalty. Greenwood.
And West Ham need to win that because it's my birthday in it, and they need to win that for me.
They need. We so gonna win on your birthday. That's gonna be fantastic. Obviously, I ring you at midnight when it turns to your birthday. But then when we win, I'm gonna hit you again. You know what I'm saying? Just to let you know that we won the match. And do you lot play that day, or do you lot a different day?
Yeah, we play that day.
Okay, so hopefully, a Manchester City lose, United win, and you have a great birthday. That's my 3 wishes for the day. There you go, in it. That's not too much to ask. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to get battered. Like normally, I want you lot to get battered. I'd take a 1-0 in it. You know what I'm saying? Who you lot got?
Swansea away.
Oh, you lot gonna win that. Freaking fun. You lot on these freaking easy draws. Who's next? Shakhtar Donetsk. Fuck, you know. But yes, as I was saying,
would you beat Shakhtar Donetsk? That's the real question.
Say that again.
Would you beat Shakhtar Donetsk?
Yeah, we just beat the reigning champions. So yeah, we would, innit? You know what I'm saying? Beat Shakhtar Donetsk without question. Champions. The reigning defending champions. Best team in the Premier League era.
3 of the players that won the league in that squad, honestly.
Hey. And they still got Klopp as the manager. People were hailing this guy up as one of the best. You know what I'm saying? Is this the greatest Premier League side of all time? I'm just saying what was being spoke about last season.
I never said we're the greatest Premier League.
Not you.
Jeremiah needs to stop smoking. Whatever you're smoking.
What's he saying?
Stop. Seriously. How can it be the greatest Man United season of all times when you've been there?
You can't even win the Champions League. You've won a treble.
Exactly. You've won the treble, and you're talking about the best season. The best case scenario for you is you do the double, which is the FA Cup and the Premier League, which is
no as well. I think
Man United. Yeah, but even then, it's nowhere near United's best season.
Yeah, big up to my boy Deviant, innit? Who's been supporting from
the
Champions League. Go on, man.
Only needing 1 point. 2 games. You say that's the greatest season in United's history.
Yeah, Jeremiah I like him a lot because I wish I had his optimism. He's literally United's version of Ty. But I do wish I had his optimism because he predicts us to win every game by a minimum of 4 goals. But yeah, back to today's game. We do what we do, and it's kind of like what I expected United to win. I didn't expect the game to be as open as it was. Like it looked like Manchester United could score. It looked like Liverpool could score. If someone would have told you last week that these 2 teams played and it was a tense, nervous affair and it was a 0-0, you wouldn't have believed it. Yes, there's different players, but it's shown that it was the FA Cup and both managers went for it. Like when I seen the Manchester United lineup, I'm like, all right, Ollie's got attacking players on the pitch. I seen Liverpool's lineup, I'm like, Klopp's gone for this. And both teams did. It wasn't, even though it was 3-2, was it a highly entertaining game? No, I thought United started well. You know what I'm saying? Did you think it was highly entertaining? I wasn't highly entertained. It was decent.
I mean, it's the first time in a while that I've not been bored watching Liverpool in a game. You know, I actually really enjoyed watching us today. And yeah, I thought it was a pretty entertaining game, to be honest. You know what annoyed me about it, though? The 3 goals United scored, especially the first one and the last one, they all came at a time where we looked comfortable. Do you get what I mean? Like, we were 1-0 up. We would dominate possession, dominate in control, and then suddenly Milner misses a header and Greenwood goes in and scores. And then the last goal, you know, we were in control, and then we conceded a free kick and Bruno does that, you know. We conceded goals when we weren't even in any danger of conceding. Do you get what I mean? So that was quite frustrating, to be fair.
That was frustrating on the other end for me because when you scored the first goal, we looked like the better side. I'm like, we actually played on the front foot. For the first time on a watch-along, we were actually watching along. We weren't talking about next year. We were actually watching and paying attention to what's going on, commentating on the game. That's when you know if the game, that's when I know if I'm highly entertained by the game or entertained. Because when we start talking about other stuff, that's when I'm like, yeah, when Yancey's over there insulting people's beards, I'm like, all right, that's what it is, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? And she out here being rude to people. Look at us smiling, showing all 28. You show them teeth, girl. Look at that pretty smile. Let's go in it. But yeah, Bruno doing what Bruno does, and United continue to win matches. You know what I'm saying? We haven't lost, I don't think, in the league since November the 1st. And the only game we lost was to Manchester City. And someone said in the comments, I think it was United Daily, said, "Oh, Flawless is starting to believe in 21." Nah, like, let's not get ahead of myself. I love beating the Scousers, but nah, not in the slightest. I don't believe we can win this league in it, because it was United Daily. I don't believe you can individual brilliance your way to a league title, and I keep saying this. I'm saying Manchester City are still there. All right, Liverpool. I didn't expect Liverpool to be this bad. I thought they would bounce back, but maybe Ryan being as critical as he is of Liverpool is for a reason. But we'll soon find out. And like I said, if I'm Man City, I'm thinking this league's done. This league's done to me if I'm a Manchester City fan. Like,
we've got De Bruyne injured now for a bit, so
yeah, people keep saying this though. The fact that De Bruyne is now injured for them, Vardy's injured for City, for Leicester City, Liverpool are in the mud. People are saying the stars are aligning, but I just still can't see it. And that man said Klopp got outsmarted by feeling. I wouldn't say all that. That's a bit much. I wouldn't say all that. Was Feeling even on the bench?
I have no idea.
Is it? United Daily says this trio, and he put goats. Much appreciated, your mods. You guys know how many likes were on. So yeah, with the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, like I said, get your questions in now, and we'll start answering whatever questions you have. So City played. Again, we struggled to get past Cheltenham. Yan City, give us your thoughts on the game while we are. I'm not even trolling. They had to bring on their big guns to beat Cheltenham in it. You know what I'm saying? The Brazilian Timo Werner missing from 8 yards out and not hitting post, but it is what it is. But give us your thoughts on the game, Yan City.
Do you know what? I said this earlier. It was the squad looked like they'd never. 1 minute.
Look at you can't even get composed in it. You're choking like City were against Cheltenham and that. You all right there, love?
Like literally, it looked like a team of players that had never played together before, which is what it was. There wasn't the rhythm that City normally have. Obviously, at the back, Laporte, he's coming back from being out for quite a while. He didn't look 100% there. You know, Garcia don't even want to play for City. A lot of City fans were annoyed that he even started, because really, he don't want to be here. Just let him go, innit? Obviously, we had Taylor, Howard Bellis. He was playing, was it right back or left back? Can't remember. Right back. But he's normally a centre back. So he was out of position. Obviously, he's a young kid. And then we have Mendy, who again is another one that's out of form. So the back four was a little bit meh. Midfield, Fernandinho was the only was trying to control everything. It wasn't really working, to be fair. He didn't play his best game. Obviously, going forward, we had Ferran Torres, who's just come back from COVID. He was making some decent runs, but no one was passing to him. And then you had Foden. Foden had a really good game. Tommy Doyle. Doyle had a good game. He's a good little player. And then we had Mahrez on the wing. I don't know what Mahrez was doing, to be honest. Let me know in the comments what he was doing. Doing step overs against Cheltenham. Just like, that's him. And then we had, you know, Gabriel. Do you know what? I can't even defend him. I can't defend him. Like, struggling against Cheltenham. That's what he was doing. Like, I can't. Do you know what? Like, I feel like the game just looked like a mismatch of players. Like, you pulled out a bunch of players and shoved them together, and that's how we played. Do you know what I mean? So, oh my God, sorry. I tried to do my thing.
Bless you. We're seeing it. You just spreading corona in your household, but going.
But yeah, like, I just think it was a bit of a mess. Have to big up Pep though, because substitution-wise, everyone was screaming for attacking players. Everyone was screaming for Bernardo Silva and Raheem Sterling, and Pep was like, "No, I'm bringing on Diaz to strengthen the defense," which worked. He brought on Cancelo, who has been one of our best players this season, along with Diaz and Gundogan. Cancelo won us that game. He changed everything when he came on. Thirdly, he brought on Gundogan, who again has been one of our best players. And you would think if you're not winning a game, why would you bring on 2 defenders and technically a defensive midfielder? Why would you bring them on? And look what happened. They were the difference. I'm not saying that Sterling wouldn't have scored, because I think in that sort of game, Sterling's getting a goal. And I also think Bernardo Silva would have probably had a positive impact as well. But the fact that Pep made them changes and it worked, you have to kind of big him up for that. I know it's only Cheltenham. I'm not pretending it's some big team. I thought Cheltenham played really well. They played to our weaknesses, if you know what I mean. Like their whole aim was to get their Rory Delap impersonator. What's his face? I can't remember his name. And throw the ball into the box and get on the end of it. And that's what they did. That's how they got their goal. So fair play to them. I thought they played well. City weren't great. And I think, to be honest, if they'd have beaten us, I would have held my hands up and said they deserved it, because City weren't great. But I think, you know what? When you've got the talent that City have to come off the bench, it's always going to be difficult for these teams, because, like, the GOAT, Gundogan, and his mates, Cancelo, and Diaz, when they come off the bench.
Yo, when did Gundogan become a 4-legged animal? I didn't know when that happened. I thought he was full human and that. What do you get me? This girl said he's a goat.
Is that who you mean?
Did he become? Did he come? I didn't know when he changed his first name to Zinedine either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he changed it, innit?
Mazza, innit? Yeah, it's nuts, Jansen, innit? Yeah, man. Here's what it is. You continue in it. Look how happy she is with that agenda.
No party, innit? It's what it is.
You're a joker, You're a joker. It is what it is. But yeah, back to what you're saying, innit? See that? It's not slander about the Brazilian team over there. No. That's what he is. The reason they said it, as soon as he missed it, I said it. I said at the TV, I told you, I said he's shite. Said this for the longest. Go on, continue.
Do you know what? Like, at the end of the day, it's weird with him, because yes, he was struggling against Cheltenham.
Yeah, say that again. He was struggling against
Cheltenham. He still scored, to be fair. Like, But
yeah, because that's his level. Like, they in League 2.
The thing is, no. But you say that, but then when he plays Real Madrid, he also scores. So what is his level? I wouldn't say his level is Real Madrid. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so he scored some key goals for us. This is why, like, as much as I'm not really, I defend him because he's a City player, innit? But I don't rate him as that highly, innit? But at the same time, he's been all right for us. I can't really go in at him too much. Like, I always say with City, like, most of our players have been a key part of the success that we've had. Do you know what I mean? So, you've got your newer players who that might be the case by the end of the season. Do you know what I mean? But a lot of our players, Gabby got us 100 points. So as much as he has games where he's frustrating and, he's not the best, I can't pretend that he's one of the best players. But yeah, he does his bits from time to time. But yeah, I think it's very hard to be sort of in the same squad as Aguero, because you're never going to look good, let's be honest.
Yeah, that's true. But you don't even try. Like I said, innit, it's not. Yes, I run banter in it, like, especially on social media, not so much on here. Like I'll run joke, but I'll have a serious conversation in it. I just genuinely think that he's just not that good. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he wasn't Brazilian, we're having a complete different conversation about him. To me, I think that's the only reason. There's certain players I watch and I'm like, you get hype, but I've done nothing. Like Jesus gets hype. To me, you don't done anything. I put Richarlison in that bracket. Memphis Depay in that.
You got people watching. I said like the video because there's pure people watching.
Yeah, there is. I was gonna get to that. So now Yancy has said that. I'll let her promo it. Yancy, tell them what to do in it. You hear me? Like, share, sub, all that in it. Give us the Yancy. There we go.
Subscribe to the channel, on the road to 2K. You know? If you're on Twitter, jump over to YouTube, like the video, share it out, and then you can jump back on, innit?
There we go in it, because she said we right, because we got over across just under 50 people across all platforms, and even so make sure you hit that like button on the video. Buds, let us know how many likes we are on the video and sub to the channel. But yeah, like I said, there's just certain players I watch and I'm like him. Like I said, I put Richarlison in that. Like people wax lyrical about him. I'm like, to me, you're no better than Dominic. You're not as good as Dominic Calvert-Lewin in terms of effective. I put Memphis Depay. I had this debate the other day on the other week on the European Football Show about Memphis Depay. And I was like, people talk about him. What's he done? And no one could tell me. Like, he was in Holland. He did all right. He came to Manchester United, didn't do anything. Went to Lyon and hasn't really done anything. Oh, no, he was in France before that. And then somebody was like, oh, he did well in the French league. And then I said, all right, pull up Pepe's numbers in the French league. And Pepe's numbers in the French league were better or on par to be as good. You know what I'm saying? And look at Pepe now. We're going to get into the Arsenal slander of the show, people. I know it's only 26 minutes and we'll get there. And man like Willian, who's only had 2 shots on target for Arsenal in his last 20 games. That is criminal.
Oh, my God. Arsenal, I've never seen Arsenal fans hate one of their own players. Really, it's so funny. I was watching AFTV yesterday. Every single video, it seemed like in the title had some slander about Willian. It was hilarious.
Great stuff. Fantastic.
Let's just bring up these comments because, you know.
Go on,
Foden. We can have a Foden loving if we want, you know.
Go on.
Foden.
You can have it by yourself, but go on. We're just hearing it.
You know what? Yeah. Pep. Like, every show that I'm on now is a Pep loving, basically, because that's what we're doing and that's the agenda.
No. That's what That's what you're doing. I don't know That's what you're doing, isn't it?
Whoever gets dragged into it, innit?
Yeah, so, that's you and Ryan Lennon. I'm not involved in that. Ryan, that's where you that from.
Do you know what? It's funny because people talk on Twitter and stuff. Because the thing that's annoying me at the moment, this is why people keep getting cussed out in it. Because people are seeing like
you're
something.
waiting to get this off their chest, Joe.
No. People are seeing something, yeah, and they're running with it without checking whether it's true or not. Like you've got people saying like, "Oh, Foden hardly plays. Foden should play more games." Not many of City's players have more appearances than Foden, apart from like our main defenders and, you know, De Bruyne and people like that. So 1, he is getting his time, and 2, Pep is managing him perfectly because he's still a young player. And if you overplay him, he'll get burnt out. So he's playing him as much as he needs to play him. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, he is class. Like when he comes in, he does his job, but he's not overplaying him, which is good.
Go on.
Like,
I remember saying I genuinely think he's the best young English talent at the moment.
Yeah.
Foden, like I'm watching him and I'm like, whoa, this guy, he's got that. What I like, he's got that arrogance about him that like he belongs at this level, doesn't he? The way he just dribbles, his touch. He's really intelligent as well for a player of his age, and he doesn't seem like an English player. Do you get what I mean? He plays more like someone from Spain, you know, that kind of style, and I love watching him, to be fair. He's so good. I wish we had a player like that, to be honest.
Yeah, that's why people call him the Stockpot Iniesta, isn't it? That's what they call him. But it's funny because when Pep came in, Pep, like, says things and people think he's just saying it. Like, when he came in, he said, Foden's one of the best players I've ever seen. And you're thinking, Pep, you're at Barcelona. You're at Bayern Munich. You're now at Man City. How is Foden one of the best players that you've ever seen? But I think he's right. Like, I don't think he was saying that, like, as if, you know how sometimes you think he's, like, joking. Yeah. But I don't think he's genuinely joking because if you see, like, he's worked with, like, Kimmich when he was younger. You know, obviously had Messi from when Messi was younger. So he's seen the very best at that. And he rates Phil Foden really, really highly. So it's nice to see Foden come in. I like the fact that he's getting, obviously I wanted him to score. I wanted us to score more goals in, I think it was the Brighton game, but he ended up scoring the winner. So, you know, it's nice to see that. It's nice that he's getting, you know, as a City fan as well, he's living the dream that every City fan would love to have lived. So, you know, I can't really big him up anymore. Andrew's asked the question, do you agree Foden's area of his game in goals has improved against City this season? Yeah, he's definitely been scoring. But you know what Foden does, which is interesting? He places the ball in the net. He'll just like, I think he sidestepped one into the into the net once. Like, it's not even like he's just, you know what? I just think this season he's been unreal. Like, he's our top scorer, I think, at the moment. And he deserves to be there. Like, he's just bussing. I know it was only Cheltenham, but some of them runs that he was making were really, really good. Against Villa, he had a really good game. He's giving everyone Sane vibes. You know, like, he's a great, great player. But yeah, I finished my love-in now with Foden. So. You're on mute. I can't hear you.
Yeah, I'm on mute. I'm back. As I was saying, yeah, all jokes aside, every time I've seen him, he looks like a quality baller. Technically, he looks very good. Now he's adding goals to his game, assists, silky baller, he can dribble. I've seen him, I think when you play Chelsea, and I know Aspilicueta is not the quickest, but I've seen him like dribble with the ball and like outrun Aspilicueta, and it's like, all right, he's got that to his game. It seems, obviously, you all know better than me, Man City, that he can play multiple positions, whether it's the 10, whether it's from the right, whether it's from the left. And so you got a baller on their hands. Like, I think he's quality. Like, all man's aside, I think he legit looks like a... And how old is he?
20.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? So if he continues, especially under the tutelage of Guardiola, he could be literally like the only thing that can stop him is him or injuries. That's literally it. If he just listens and being in the squad that Manchester City are always going to attract ballers. Like, look at the caliber of players he's playing with. So the manager he has, the players he has, he's only going to get better.
Do you know what I love about it as well? Like, because he's a City fan, he like had a season ticket when he was little. He was a ball boy, kind of like Pep. Like, Pep's story is kind of the same at Barcelona. Like, Pep was a ball boy, then he obviously joined the youth team and then made it to the first team, won everything with them, then became manager. Do you know what I mean? Eventually, and it's like Foden's story is very cute like that. Like, he grew up a City fan. His favorite player, like as a child, was David Silva. And then he grew up through City's youth team, came through and was playing alongside David Silva. Like, it's like a fairy tale. And that's why, like, I'm so...
All right, relax, big man. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
it is a nice story.
It's nice to see that, like, you know, like, I know Rashford's got a bit of a similar one. But yeah, I think like just the fact that like his hero was Silva, and then he got to play along Silva, and now he's almost like filling in for him. It's nice. It's really nice. Like, I love it.
Okay. She can't get enough. I know you can't. You can't get enough. Go on then, Ryan. What are you saying in it? What's your thoughts on Foden? Like, you think it's a loving also? It's a fairy tale. It's a Cinderella story.
Oh.
It's a Disney ending.
I will get when Jan was saying about Pep, about when he said Foden's one of the most talented players he's worked with. He did bullshit on Summit a couple of years ago when he said Foden is the most talented player I've ever worked with, forgetting Messi, Iniesta, and all these guys. Nah, but Foden he's so good. Like I said to Jan before, he's the best young English talent for me. Like I just love watching him as well, and the way he moves, the way he dribbles, his touch, his intelligence. He's got it all, him, and he's going to be, you know, the fact he's still 20, he's going to be scary, you know, and under Pep as well. Like he said, he's a proper Pep player as well. He suits Pep's system so well, the way his attributes, and yeah, he's going to go so far in his career, Foden.
I like the fact that he scores in big games as well. It's not even like he's getting goals against Cheltenham and then he comes up against the big teams. Like, a lot of the games this season, he scored the match winner or the equaliser in a lot of them. Do you know what I mean? It's like Chelsea, goal and assist. You know, against Man United, I think he scored or got an assist. Like, these sorts of games where you think the pressure's going to be on, he's still producing. So, yeah, I can't really fault him at all right now. You know, they call him the Spanish, the stockpot Iniesta. And then that guy that does the voiceovers calls him the skin fade Gascoigne. Like, it's too funny.
That's skin fade.
Quality.
On, Yancy. I'll let you keep going through the questions and that.
Okay.
I know there's more.
Epic Mean, he's a City fan. He says, Gabby, let's be real, ain't that great?
Facts.
Conrad says, flawless Greenwood on the wing is a waste. I would love to see him behind the striker.
I've said this for the longest. Centrally is him. Like, yes, he can play out wide as we've seen today. He's impacted a big game. People need to get off his case though. He's 19, and that's why I'm so adamant and so on Manchester United playing a back three is because then we can play 2 strikers. So that's why. But that's
Great
just me.
finish. That goal, great finish.
Yeah. Even with Robertson screaming down his ear and that.
Yeah.
Great finish. Yeah. No doubt.
Andrew says, question for you. I'm assuming it's you. Do you think it was harsh taking off Donny too soon?
Donny, he wasn't bad, but he wasn't great. I was more upset with, and I think I said this on the watch along with Cavani, with Greenwood coming off. Bear in mind, Greenwood has scored and assisted. That being said, Ollie got it right because Cavani's won the free kick. That then he's won the long range penalty that Bruno's then scored. So that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So Ollie's got it right because he's made the changes and we won the game. Because if we lost the game, I'd be here criticizing Ollie. So I have to give him credit for that. He got his sub spot on. So I can't say it was too harsh. No. Because Donny didn't do enough to say he should be kept on, whereas I felt Greenwood had, because Greenwood's impacted the game. Imagine as an attacker, you score a goal and assist and you get taken off. The team better win.
Mm.
You know what the team better win.
That's what annoyed me today. It was like, we were playing well, but the difference was you were able to bring on a Bruno and Martial off the bench to win you the game. We had to bring on Origi and Shaqiri, and okay, we brought on Mane, fair enough, but Origi and Shaqiri, like, what were they actually going to do? Genuinely, like, honestly, and he took off Firmino. This is an unpopular opinion. I thought Firmino was probably our best player today. I actually thought
the goal was quality
today, and he took him off when we needed a goal. I just think he didn't get that. Klopp got his subs wrong today. I have to admit that.
Okay, Man City, innit? You know the question master in it, so go on, run it.
Agreed says Mahrez is a baller. The system doesn't suit him. You know what? I've said this a lot of times. Mahrez is a fantastic player. I just don't think City suits him. That's what I think.
To me, though, he's a pet baller.
Do you know what? What it is for him is he's used to playing in a system like Leicester and like Algeria, where he's one of the main men, whereas at City he's not. And I think, I'm not saying he's not a good player. He's a good player. He scored good goals for us. But a lot of the time, he doesn't affect the game the way we need him to. Do you know what I mean? So, I don't know. Like, watching him against Cheltenham was frustrating. It was frustrating. Like, and I know Sterling's frustrating as well. He's not the only one. But obviously, Sterling wasn't playing, so he can't really get cussed out. But if it was the same result, it went the same way, and Sterling was there, I would have been cussing out Sterling the same way. Fair enough. It's what it is. It's when it's Cheltenham, I'm not expecting you to struggle, basically. Do you know what I mean? 1 minute. People are just talking about jerk chicken and rice.
Oh yeah, what if people want to know what I was eating? It was rice and chicken. If you really want to know what I'm eating. You lot love information. You lot are going to love the membership. Jesus Christ, because you lot ask everything in that. You know what I'm saying? But yes, I'm eating chicken and rice.
Mahrez doesn't make bad decisions. He just doesn't suit City's style. Man has 2 Premier League trophies. Respect, please. Yeah, fair enough. You know, he's done his bits. Like I say, I don't like slandering City's players because every single player in our squad has done something to make us successful. Do you know what I mean? Or they're new to the squad, so I can't really go in on them yet. Do you know what I mean?
Don't mind slandering my players.
Oh yeah, we know that. That's why. That's one of the reasons I brought you on the show, fam. You know what I'm saying? I know what you like.
Gundogan the goat, yeah. I can't see the emojis, but I'm assuming it's agreeing.
Right. That's not even hey. If you're gonna read in the questions, read questions. You get what I'm saying? Not just
what is
nonsense.
it? Is that a goat? It's not a goat.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
What is that? Is it a lamb? I can't see.
Yeah, it's lamb in it because he's lamb to the slaughter. That's why I not see. You know what I'm saying? Don't roll your eyes at me, woman. Let's go roll their eyes at me, you know. The disrespect. Disrespect. Go on, Yancy. What's going on?
I know there's all sorts of people. They ain't really saying much.
Yeah, these lot just getting their bars off, innit?
Hugh says, I feel like Jesus is not a number 9. He's too extra. He tries to score spectacular goals instead of just getting the ball into the back of the net. He does overthink everything.
Who's this?
Gabby. Okay. He overthinks everything. Like, just do the basics.
Yeah, like putting the ball in from 8 yards out. Yeah, serious.
1 minute. People are talking to each other. Okay, there's a question from 187 Gangster Crip for Ryan. Says, how long do you see Klopp being Liverpool's manager for?
I hope he stays. Any Liverpool fan saying Klopp out at the moment, I just don't get, because he's the reason why we've won the trophies, not these average players, right? Klopp is the reason, and if we were to lose Klopp, we go back down to 8th and 9th place. Okay, so any Liverpool fan saying Klopp out is deluded. I want him to stay, obviously. I think he'll stay. His contract ends in 2024, and he said that he will see out his contract. He's not going to leave before then, but he says that he probably won't extend it beyond then. Like, he wants to take a break after that. So I think he'll leave in 2024. So what year are we in now? I think he'll be here for 3 more years.
Okay, fair enough. I'm laughing at this. Abdi Mamuta's Gabriel Jesus is just a Brazilian Joe Linton.
I said that's Bruno. That's Bruno.
That's good, yo. I know Joe Linton's Brazilian, but that's what makes it funny, yo. That's still Joe.
Brazilian.
Yeah, exactly. See that? Look, hear the shock in your voice. Hear the shock in Ryan's voice.
He's Jamaican, really.
Bad.
Go on, get it off your chest. You hear the shock in Ryan's voice, people. Yeah,
just remember, they had Ronaldinho, Rivaldo, R9, and these guys, Kaká. Now they've got Alisson, Jesus, Firmino, Willian. The only 2 proper Brazilians are Neymar and Coutinho. And Neymar's the only one who could actually, get into that old Brazil team, in my opinion. So now Brazil's team is just so average now, really. It's not what it used to be.
Man said they went from Ronaldinho, Rivaldo, Ronaldo to Joe Linton, Richarlison, Firmino, Willian. Yeah, Joe Linton, he a yard man. I've said this, man. Innit? He's Jamaican and Joe Linton. You know what I mean? He's a yard man, innit? I don't know about these Brazilians. You know what I'm saying? And that. I don't know. Yes, get them likes up. I know we should be on 30 likes by now because we were on 26. You know what I mean? Like 10 minutes ago or whatever it was, 5 minutes ago. So yeah, just going through. Yeah, get the likes up, keep sharing, keep subscribing. Also, there we go for you from Jupe MCFC, who says, Yannicko, what are your thoughts on Sterling this season?
He's not been clinical enough. I don't think a lot of our attackers have been clinical enough, apart from Foden. Ferran Torres looks like he's quite clinical, but against Cheltenham, no one was really passing to him. He was making a lot of runs, and they just weren't passing it. They were passing it to Mahrez instead. So I think he's doing all right. Obviously, he had Corona. He's come back. He looked a little bit slow against Cheltenham, but I think that happens when you come back from Corona. So, but yeah, I think Sterling hasn't been clinical enough. Mahrez hasn't been clinical enough. Gabby hasn't been clinical enough. I think it's been kind of a problem for City. Sterling has cut his hair and looks like he's back on form. So we'll see what happens in the next game. Obviously, he got rested for Cheltenham. We'll see what happens. But
that's what we've been saying about Origi, because when Origi had the dreads, he was scoring, Champions League semi-final and final goals. Yeah. Now he's got his hair, he just looks... God, he's just awful now, honestly. I don't know why he brought him on today, honestly. He just needs to go now. I love Origi, but it's time to go, man. It's time to go.
It's time to go, is that what you're saying? Yeah? You're doing a Claude thing, yeah? It's time to go.
I think Sterling will get back on form. That free kick that he scored was really, really good. So I'm hoping he pushes on from there. And Sterling will be fine. Sterling always shows
Does he get into your best City team? For you,
oh, that's a good question.
If you were to pick the City team, does Sterling actually get into it?
You can't leave him alone.
Based on he probably would, but based on current form, probably not.
It's a weird one with him, yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Do you know what? Sterling, he's one of them players that is frustrating. But he is quality. He even in games where he isn't great, he still gets into them positions where he can make something happen. So he's a bit of a strange one. But I do really rate Sterling. I just think he needs to be a little bit more clinical because some games where we're getting 5 or 6 goals, he can afford to kind of miss a few chances. But some games where you're getting 2 or 3 shots, he needs to be making sure that he puts that chance that he gets in the net. And sometimes he doesn't do that. But yeah, he's, I do rate Sterling.
Yo, big up Winter Surfer for the super chat. Sorry to cut you off, Jan City, but just cutting you off. So obviously this is aimed at you, but me and Ryan will also answer it since it is a super chat. So he says, do City need to buy 2 strikers to stay competitive? So Jan City, we'll start with you.
I think Aguero, unfortunately, can't stay fit for 5 minutes. So we definitely need to replace Aguero. We've been needing to replace Aguero anyway. I think City have gone from having 4 strikers to 1.5. Like, do you know what I mean? We went from having,
Wait. Who's the half? Who's the one and who's the half?
Aguero, because he only plays half a season.
That's true.
I was going to say 1.5 because, Aguero is cold and Jesus is just half a striker. But yeah, go on, continue. I don't know why you continue to defend.
Whichever way you want to put it, whichever way you want to put it.
That's probably better. Like 2.5 men, that's what it is. Like,
but we've gone from having, like, it's interesting because that like I said, I think a few weeks ago, in that game against QPR on the final day of the season, Mancini put 4 strikers on the pitch at once. Like,
I don't bring it on that game, Like, it don't give me flashbacks. It's traumatic.
We don't have that choice anymore. Like, if Aguero is injured, we've got Gabby. If Gabby doesn't play, we have to play a false striker. A false 9 or whatever. We don't have enough strikers. Whereas we used to have like Dzeko, Balotelli, Aguero, and like, I don't know, whoever else it was at the time. So like we had Negredo, we had like Tevez. We've had these sort of players that we can kind of bring in, but we haven't had that for a while. So I think we need to get like a Haaland. We need to get a big name in, somebody who can kind of replace Aguero. And then I think we need, probably I would get 2 strikers in. And then if Gabby is playing badly, then we've got other options. But we definitely need land, really.
When you said Balotelli's name there, it just brought back so many bad memories, honestly.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was at your club, innit?
I've never hated a player in my life, a Liverpool player in my life more than Balotelli, honestly.
Really?
Okay, you know what? Answer this question. I'm going to answer this question. And then we're going to come to you hating on Balotelli. So, I'll go to you, Ryan. Do City need to buy 2 strikers to stay competitive?
Well, because Aguero, do you think Aguero will leave? I think he'll probably leave at the end of the season, to be honest. So, yeah, I think they definitely need 2 strikers because Jesus, to be fair, I don't think Jesus is a bad player. I think he's a good squad player. That's what I think.
Yeah.
But he was never good enough to be, City's first choice striker. Never good enough. So, yeah, I think, City should be getting at least one top striker like Haaland. That's the obvious one. Just to think, because like Jan says, City do have missed a lot of chances this season. So, yeah, I think, and that would have got them over the line in certain games like, that West Brom game you drew, games like that. So, yeah, I think you definitely need a striker instead of, resorting to playing a false 9 all the time like we do, and it's not working at the moment. So, yeah, I think City need at least one top striker. I still think you could get away with actually having one top striker, provided he doesn't get injured or anything, and having Jesus as a bench option. I still think you could probably get away with that.
Why are you smiling already before I've even answered?
I was looking at the super chat.
We'll get to that. Big up Winter Seven. We're going to get to that. I thought you was laughing at my answer already, innit? We're going to get to that.
Nah. Don't be coming from my gaps, though.
Yeah, we came in for my Gabs.
Why
Whatever in it, you get me. If your Gabs could do his job, then you could back him up. So yeah, do I think City need to buy?
It's not been 24. It's just been over 24 hours since he scored.
You know what? Me or you or Ryan would bag in that City side against Cheltenham in League Two. I reckon I'd do all right in League Two. You know what I'm saying? In a bad team, never mind in Manchester City.
I was a cold 1-on-1 finisher, me. So
there you
yeah,
go.
All right.
Ice cold Ryan in it. That's what they call him, ice cold Ryan and that. You get what I'm saying? Different. You know what I'm saying? When Ryan's running at you, it's a rap. You know what I'm saying? And that rap. There we go in it, Ryan. They don't know, innit? You know what I'm saying? Talk to him.
When I was 1-on-1 coming against the keeper, people were already celebrating.
Already? Hands in the air, Ryan's already thinking about the celebration that he's going to use. You know what I'm saying? Never mind. He's going to stick it bottom bins, top bins, ding the keeper.
Round the keeper, anything.
You can go old school R9 round the goalkeeper. You get what I'm saying? None of this fake Brazilian business. None of this Joe and Jesus stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, do I think City need to buy 2 strikers to stay competitive? Not to stay competitive, no, because they'll always stay competitive with the squad they have. Currently, with the squad they have, they'll always be competitive. But I presume when the server that you're asking in terms of winning leagues and Champions Leagues, and yes, I believe they need. Do they need 2? Yeah, I don't think Jesus he should be their third option to me. They should have 2 in front of him. To me, it should be Aguero, somebody else, then him. To me, he's a third. Yes, I get on his back simply because he is not good enough. Because how in that City side who create probably more chances than anybody, probably bar Liverpool, not so much this season in terms of for their attacking players. Like if you look at the most big missed chances at the top of the list, it's always City and Liverpool players because these men create so many chances for their forward line. It's not like Manchester United, where not this season, but season before, we'll create one chance for a Martial and they'll miss and everyone will get on his case. How often do I come on platforms and say we need to create more chances? Pretty much every game bar today, I've said that on every watch along we've done. This is the first one where I'm like, all right, we created enough because we scored 3 goals and arguably could have scored more. So yeah, on that, I think they need Aguero's not fit. So yeah, probably 2 strikers. Yeah, me eventually, yeah, definitely, I would say so. And here's another super chat. We will get to the questions in between, but obviously super chat takes priority. He says City need to furlough Aguero to save on the wages. Jan City, will start with you. Does City need to furlough to save on wages?
No, City have got money in it. We don't have them broke people problems in it.
Yo, don't let her take shots at your team like that, Ryan. She's taking shots again, indirects and that. You know what
I'm just saying it.
Of course it is. Because they FSG out, not spending money. Klopp's talking about no money. That's why Ryan's smiling. Ryan don't have that, man. Back in the team. She's taking liberties.
Let's look forward to next season. That's the way I see it.
Right. You writing off the season already? Is the season you writ off the season already? Jesus.
As long as I get top 4, I'm happy.
Wow. All right, let me ask you all seriousness. What was your expectation going into the season? Surely a title challenge when you won it.
In those 2 days we got Thiago and Jota in. I thought we would actually go on and retain it, and I thought we could have a really good run in the Champions League, but you know, the injuries we've had, the way we're playing at the moment, you know, we're already, 6 points behind United, and if we're being honest, United's next game, Sheffield United, and we've got Tottenham, so it could go to 9 points. So I think that would be a pretty much unassailable lead at this point. So I can't see us winning the league this season now. I think that's done. Champions League, I don't see us winning the Champions League either, to be honest. It wouldn't surprise me if we went on a little bit of a run in it because that's what we do in the Champions League a lot of the time. But I just don't think we're playing well enough to be honest, in these games. So, I've not got much hopes for this season, to be honest.
Wow, you wrote it up already.
The thing is, I think the reason why I look to the summer is I just think we need to get rid of a lot of dead wood and, replace them with proper players, And I think he needs to evolve the team now. I think this team is reaching the end.
Fair enough. Big up Cam in the chat. Also, big up Beaks Corner in the chat. Big up Eleanor, who was on last week's show, also in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We're starting to get celebrity star-studded people in the comments, as well as the lineups. I keep telling people this, man. Sarcasm City TV delivering better lineups on a daily basis than your barber. We are, because your barber's is closed. You know what I'm saying? So where else are you seeing daily? Where else are you seeing my line?
Barbers, but
Say that again.
I was
Say that
trying
again,
so
Ryan.
hard to find underground barbers, but found my mum instead.
It is, man, and she did a good job. You know what I'm saying? And but we just out here on a daily basis doing it. Like I said, your local barbers is shut. Where else you getting stars to the lineups? Where else you getting Yan City, Ryan, and myself? And then tomorrow is the Arsenal show. You know what I'm saying? And Tuesday is myself and JV. Then Wednesday is the Arsenal watch along. And then Thursday, United watch along with the whole cast. Then Friday, you get me, Yan City, you get me, Carefree, Lewis, and Tox. See, I'm just rolling that off the top of the tongue like that. Then the next day after, you get the two queens, Yan City and Rose. See what I'm saying? How we just do this just on a regular basis. That rollout was beautiful. Every day that ends in why we out here. You know what I'm saying?
We've got another super chat.
Oh, is it? Okay. Go on, put that up. What's he said? They got Winter Surfer for the super chat. He says,
"Nah, it's probably we ain't even got any injuries over the last few years. Now they just all come at once. But to be fair, Klopp doesn't need a bloody lawyer for the Jota injury. That was all him. That was he did that day. I'm so angry about that. I love Klopp, but what the hell was he doing playing Jota in that game? Honestly,
yeah, serious. No need to play him in that game.
no
So
need.
yeah, like I said, people, when you super chat, then your question will jump to the top and go in depth on it. But we mentioned it there off the first super chat. I think it was from Winter Surfer. Big up again for the super chats on Balotelli. So let's just go down memory lane in it. Did you say you've never hated a player more at my club than Balotelli? Am I correct in saying that?
I've never hated a player more.
Go on, elaborate why.
I always say the worst player I've seen at Liverpool is Paul Konchesky. He's the worst I've ever seen. He was just, oh my God. I've never seen anything like it. But Balotelli is someone that I remember when he joined. That summer we'd lost Suarez, and there were rumours that we were going to sign Falcao, and I was buzzing. I remember my dad, the day we signed Balotelli, I was asleep, and my dad came in and said, "Oh, Liverpool's signing a striker. Guess who it is?" And I was like, "Oh, is it Falcao?" And he went, "No, Balotelli." And I was like, "Right, okay." And then he started playing, and honestly, like, my God, he was just lazy, didn't do anything. He always took these bloody get the ball 40 yards out and just hit these p-rollers at the goalkeepers, like shooting from 40 yards all the time. It was so annoying. Played for himself, lazy. Oh my God, I just couldn't stand him, honestly. And there's a reason that he only lasted a season and Klopp, and we got rid of him after, honestly. Like, I just could, honestly, he was just so lazy. And I remember one time against Real Madrid, we played Real Madrid at home in the Champions League. We were 3-0 down at half time, and he already swapped his shirt with Pepe at half time. He just didn't give one at all, Balotelli. And I remember he went on loan the next season. He was on loan at somewhere, I forgot where it was, and he came back to Liverpool at the end of the season. And Klopp basically saw him in one training session, I think, and went, "Nah, you're out." So I couldn't stand him, honestly. I just couldn't stand him.
And this is interesting because he's saying, I'm sorry, but Edison over Alisson this season. Obviously, I don't watch enough of Edison or Alisson this season to know that. Obviously, there's Liverpool and City fans on the show. I'm much more capable. I do want to say this, though. Alisson's at fault for Bruno's goal. I said this on the live show. Me and AV8 was debating this, and I'm like, to me, when a keeper sets up a wall, he sets up the wall for the wall to handle one side and him to handle the other. So I say this all the time. If it goes the keeper's side, unless it goes top bins at a Roberto Carlos-esque rate, like it's going at 100 miles per hour and just rips into the top corner of the net, I don't want to hear anything. So to me, if it goes the keeper's side, the keeper has to save it. If someone dinks it over the wall and puts it top bins, fair enough. Ryan, what's your thought? What's your thoughts on it as the Liverpool fan? Are you screwing at your goalkeeper?
I love Alisson. I love the guy, but it was so obvious that with that free kick that the only option for Bruno was to go keeper's side. There was no way he could have got it up and over the other side. So it was obvious where he was going. Don't get me wrong, it was a good free kick. Like, Bruno took it well. He got great accuracy on it, but keeper, especially when it's so obvious that he's going that side, you should never get beaten like that. So, yeah, I mean, I do blame Alisson for that goal. He should have done better.
Same question to you, and are you Edison over Alisson this season, I'm guessing? So, yeah, Jan City, your thoughts on the goal? Should he save it? All right, you're saying Alisson over Edison. Yancy, what are you telling me?
Well, Edison, you know what? To be fair, like he's kept quite a lot of clean sheets this season. He did last season. A lot of the goals like that we've conceded, like Stefan's been in a few games and he conceded one to Chelsea. But yeah, like he's been good this season. I think more so this season than last. Like I've actually seen games this season where it's like, okay, Edison's kind of saved us in that game, or he's like made a save that has been the difference. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I think Edison at the moment is really, really good. He looks really good. Obviously Diaz is like a wall, so he's protected him a little bit. But he's kind of doing the saves that he needs to make, he's making. So I can't really fault him too much this season. Obviously, we've still got a long way to go. But yeah, so far, so good, I'd say.
Big up Helena.
Yeah.
Big up Helena. Question for you from Glazers out. Ryan, what's your all-time Liverpool 11?
Ooh.
Balotelli front.
Yeah,
On the way.
Gomez at the back.
Paul Konchesky. Oh yeah, man, called Gomez a pacey loving, you know.
Lovren's not getting to my team. So I've been watching Liverpool.
Sorry. That is mad funny, you know. That was the comment where I was like, yo, I gotta get this guy on a regular basis on the show, and that is hilarious, you know. Man called him a pacey loving.
Yeah.
You know what was funny? You weren't even bantering when you said it. Like you was
I was being completely honest. Like that weren't even banter.
Go on.
So I've been watching football since 2007. So I'm gonna do it since 2007. So I'll go 4-3-3. I'll go Alisson in there, Trent right back, Van Dijk, and who else next to Van Dijk?
Lovren.
I'm not playing Jamie Carragher, and he was rubbish.
Jesus,
he was not a good centre back. I don't care what anyone says. I always had a soft spot for Daniel Agger for some reason. I had a soft spot for him. So
okay, fair enough.
I'll put Robertson at left back, midfield. I want to put Thiago in, but he's only played 5 games anyway, so it don't matter. Midfield will be Mascherano, Alonso, Gerrard. Up front, Mane, Suarez, and Torres. Forget like positions and everything. They're just the best.
Okay, they're just the three. Yeah.
Suarez is best. Torres is my favourite, but Suarez is the best player I've seen play for Liverpool.
Wow.
Ever. He's the best player I've seen play for us.
I fucks with that. I hear that. Jupe says flawless. Poch has left for PSG. Who would you take as Man U's replacement coach? Allegri. And people say, yeah, he's defensive, blah, blah, blah. Whatever, man. Man wins trophies, isn't it? I mean, it's for the trophy haul. We don't even play great football now and don't win nothing. So at least continue to play not good football and win something. You know what I'm saying in that? So, and we have ballers as well. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it would be Allegri. I would. And then give it 2-3 years down the line. Let Poch be successful at PSG. Let him win a Champions League there. And then boom, he comes to us. Simple, innit? Mourinho-esque, wins a Champions League at PSG and then leaves that season and then comes to us. You know what I'm saying? Like Mourinho did with Porto and Chelsea. That's my dream. You know what I'm saying? But it is what. Will that happen? Probably not. But I'm going to put it out in the universe and see what happens. It is what it is. Yeah, Jan's always throwing shade. Yeah, that's Jan City for you, innit? Someone said it. Jupe MCFC says it. Yeah, throwing raid. Kel Banks says, big up you lot. Great show. Much appreciated. Dang, Sarcasm City is the best. Love face 7 likes. But that was 10 minutes ago, so let me know. We should have hit 40 likes. Let's get to that. Let's get us to 50 likes. Big up Eleanor, who says, big up your guys.
Big up.
0161 Val said.
Big one. I ain't got no time for him.
Oh, is this your brethren? What happened in that? What did I miss?
Nah. He was just winding me up the other day.
Yeah. Hi, Jan. AO Flawless. Has there ever been a team to win the Prem with no strikers like Pep this year?
Liverpool. Firmino is a defensive striker, and we won a Premier League. Yeah. that just shows how good Klopp is, that he managed to actually do that.
He's got a point. He's got a point.
Miracle worker.
He's got a point. So yeah, and the thing is, I still think Aguero will play a part. So I can't say.
Yeah.
I think City will win the league. Is looking because I did pick Liverpool at the start, but it seems like they're in the mud and just can't get out. So I expect Aguero to play more of a part down the stretch. So we'll play enough games. So it's like if City win it this season, you'll remember Aguero's impact. Who's to bet? Nah, I don't. Who's to bet? He said flawless. You remember when to bet swerved y'all? Who's to bet? You not know. Who's to bet?
Let's see, a footballer. I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea. Please, Duke, let us know in it. I'm confused. So yeah, I'm unsure. Right, City fans in the house, innit? Jesus Christ, I'm like, they came over with you. Then big up you lot, innit? Unfortunately, you support City, but big up for supporting the thing, innit? You know
it's about time with some City fans in here. It's not
each other in a couple of weeks.
Say that again.
A couple of weeks.
Oh yeah, they doing it. Is it February the what? What is it?
6th, 7th, I think.
So you two doing a watch along for that on the channel or what?
No way, I'm doing a watch along. We get into trouble if I did that.
Why? What's gonna happen, man? What is happening? Are you telling people?
It is during matches. It's pretty bad, to be honest.
Yo, man, let it run in it. It's calm as long as you're not
breaking my laptop as well. It's a new laptop as well. So.
Yeah, we don't want that. We don't want that. Ryan out here wilding, you know. Conrad, no, I'm not singing it. I sang for this man on many live streams, innit? I'm not doing that in it. I sang in it. That's what it is.
Just watch Poch win the Champions League with PSG.
I think he'll win it there.
That could have been you if you'd have. That's lovely.
Yo, if he wins it there, like it just shuts up a lot of people. True say he went there and won his first trophy in it. So, you know, that whole what's he won is out the window, innit? He's won something.
I was so happy for him when he won that, honestly. I was so happy.
Yeah, it was funny. Like I'm like, all right, this agenda's just gonna run in it, and people just ran with it on Twitter, and it's funny. Like it's not there. These are the platforms I say this all the time for serious conversation. Like social media is not. That's why I be on there trolling. You know what I'm saying? I'm just busting joke. Like it's not 140 characters. You can't get across your argument. Question for you from Nax16. Yan City, do you think Mendy will leave at the end of the season?
I don't know if he'll leave at the end of the season, but I think his time at City is coming to an end. I did like Mendy. I really wanted him. He was one player that I really wanted us to get. We got him. He came in. He was very good. Then he got injured, and he's just not been the same since. I think it's partly because he doesn't get a run of games. So he sort of plays one game, he's not great, and then he doesn't play again for a while, and then he comes in, it's the same story. So yeah, I just can't see him getting given too many more chances. I think there's also some question about him off the pitch as well. Like I know the media are just jumping on anything at the moment, but I think Pep doesn't really like that kind of thing. So yeah, I think he will be gone soon, unfortunately, because I do like Mendy. But you know, Cancelo's come in. Cancelo is streets ahead. Obviously, Kyle Walker is a Pep favourite. So yeah, I can't see him starting ahead of either of them two. So,
there you go. All right. Question for you. I can't pronounce the name, so I apologize. I'm not even going to try. Let's spell out your name and then I'm going to pronounce it. There you go. Let Yan City say it because I will Paul Merson your shit. So yeah, Ryan, is Salah a Liverpool? Is Ryan? Sorry, is Salah a Liverpool legend?
Numbers wise, and not for me, he isn't because I don't rate him. But you know, yeah, I don't. A guy who can't control the ball properly isn't a legend for me. But you know, I can understand a lot of Liverpool fans say he's a legend. You know, because if you look at his numbers, you know, his numbers are very good and his numbers make him look like a legend. But, you know, when he's getting compared to, okay, fine, you could argue Torres and Suarez aren't legends because, you know, they didn't really win anything with Liverpool and they weren't here for a long time. But the fact that Salah's getting compared to those two is a joke. Those two are two of the two best strikers I've seen play for my club and they're clear of Salah. So for me, Salah isn't a legend. But I can understand if anyone said he is because he has been part of a team that has won a Premier League and a Champions League with us. So, but for me, he isn't.
All right, fair enough then. Yeah, keep it clean in the comments though, people. Big up Ads who says big up to my big bro Flawless. Big up Jan. Big up Ryan. Salute to you, little bro. Also, Blue Media FC, it says, if Klopp is a genius, why is he getting out tacticked by Burnley? Yeah, because them games happen. Like, we ain't gonna. Oh, we're not gonna do.
Pep's had games like that before where he's, every manager has these results. And
Yeah.
I'll tell you why Klopp's a genius, because he's managed to win a Premier League and Champions League with Henderson, Wijnaldum, Gomez, Salah, Bruno, playing no striker. That's why Klopp's a genius.
He's got a point.
Yeah.
He's got a point still. You guys got a point still. I can't argue with what man's saying in that. But yeah, you lot keep it clean in the comments. Big up Deluded Talk, who has also just joined. He's also just joined, I should say. Novel B says, who is your top right back of all time? I think is that to all of us? For me, I'm not going to say anybody but Gary Neville. I'm going to say Gary Neville. Ryan's probably going to say Steve Finnan. And Yancey is going to say Sanji High. That's why she's laughing. She definitely going to say Sanji High. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? My favourite is actually our current right back. That's my favourite. So
you Kyle Walker?
No, not him.
I know it's not. I know you don't like Kyle Walker.
Right back. Nah, do you know what? Cancelo, I love Cancelo, you know. I know he's
so good.
But I love him, man. He's got to be him. He's definitely my favourite.
Fair enough. But yeah, for me, right back, I have to say Gary Neville. I just presumed he was talking our teams. I don't know why. What about you, Ryan? What are you telling me?
Is this from my own club or just best right back? My favourite right back ever.
I think, just your favourite. We'll just go favourite. You know what I'm saying?
I'd probably say Dani Alves, since I've been watching. I did love Dani Alves when he was at Barcelona. Favourite Liverpool right back is probably Trent, because it's not like I've seen any other good ones really. So
fair enough.
I've seen like Javi Manquillo and these guys. So yeah, it's not really a lot of choice for that.
Fair enough. This is Flo. I'll call you Velvy. So Velvy says, Ryan, in terms of best Premier League wingers, who is the GOAT? Hazard or Salah? Let me finish the question. There you go, isn't it?
Oh, good.
There we got 1 second. Sorry. Down and Flawless, what's your supported club's all-time 11? That's tough.
It's hard.
Van der Sar goal. Van der Sar in goal. Gary Neville. Patrice Evra. Jaap Stam. Rio Ferdinand. Keane, Scholes, Giggs, Ronaldo, Cole Cantona. There you go. I know that's going to be controversial because people are like, no Schmeichel, no Rooney. Nah. But yeah, that's my 4-4-2 in it. There we go. Go on, Yan City.
Oh, that's hard, man.
Go on.
Okay.
Ricky Weaver, Sunji High. You know what I'm saying? Richard Dunn. Joe.
You know what? No, you know what? Most of the players are either really old, as in like Colin Bells and stuff, who I'm not going to include because I didn't watch them.
Yeah.
But they deserve to be in there, you know. But I would say from when I've been watching football, do you know what? I would put mainly, obviously, our newer players in there. You know, like your David Silvas, your Agueros, just because they've done so much. But I think at the same time, the only person that will probably get in my squad.
Sorry, I just want to say, YouTube user, you're probably right. I've not seen you play. I don't know who you are. You probably are better than Pepe. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
out here. I told you, man, he out here playing like he's playing in Forrest Gump's knee braces. But go on, continue.
But yeah, I think I'd love to put Alano in there because I just thought Alano was a player and a half, and I think he came a little bit early for City, so I'd like to put Alano in there. Let me think. So goalkeeper, I know a lot of City fans would say Joe Hart, but I wasn't a big Joe Hart fan, to be honest.
Awful.
He ain't going in there. He ain't going in there. So in net, that's hard. I'd say the best goalkeepers we've had probably came to City at the worst part in their career. So you like David Seaman, he was at the end of his career. So he's not quite the same goalkeeper that he was for Arsenal. So yeah, I'd probably, I don't know. Goalkeeper's a hard one. I'm just going to say Edison just because I'm not Joe Hart's biggest fan. So that's that. Okay, right back. Let me put my Cancelo in there. We're pushing an agenda at the moment. So yeah, Cancelo's going in there. Left back. Actually, you know what? Zabaleta. Gotta be Zabaleta.
Yeah,
So let me play Cancelo on the left and put Zabaleta in there. Because that's my guy. Obviously centre backs, Vincent Kompany. And he's gonna have to be Diaz because of the impact he's had already. So I'm gonna put Diaz and Kompany. Them two together would have been some next level madness. So let's put them in there. Ahead of them, you know what? I gotta put my Fernandinho as a DM. That's my guy. Even though I did like Nigel de Jong, he used to take people out. But yeah, we'll put Fernandinho in there. What are we doing? 4-4-2?
No, you can do whatever formation you want. I just pick 4-4-2. It's the best way for me, and you can have whatever you want, love. So if you want 4-4-2 diamond, Christmas tree, 3-5-2, 4-2-3-1, whatever you want, 5-4-1.
Let me put Alano in there. But how are we gonna fit? How are we gonna fit Alano? Okay, David Silva obviously got to go in there.
You over there, Ollie and the thing just struggling to put players in.
It's hard, you know. It's hard. City got some quality players. Okay, David Silva's got to go in there. De Bruyne, can't really miss him out, can we?
Yeah, you can if you really want to, but go on.
I think I've got too many players now.
Yeah, you got hella, man. I've been here listening. I just swear you just been listing the squad and that, yo. Girl got like a 7-man midfield. Wait, have you got 7-man midfield? What is going on?
No. Up front, let's put Aguero on his own. Let's just put Aguero up front on his own. And then in the midfield, we can add someone else in it. Let me put Alano in there. Alano was one of my favourite players. And I think he came a little bit early. So let me just put him in there. Obviously, there's Yaya Toure.
Oh, he's got to be in there, hasn't he?
So, wait, how many players have I got? Let me work this out.
You just named hella, man, you know.
I didn't. I got a back four.
Go on, what's your back four? I'm hella confused, innit? What's your back four? Who's your goalkeeper?
Was so Edison.
Yeah, Edison won.
Cancelo, Zabaleta.
Yeah.
And then the two centre backs are Kompany and Diaz, isn't it?
Right, okay.
And then in the midfield, I've got Fernandinho.
Right.
De Bruyne.
Yeah.
David Silva.
Okay.
Yaya Toure.
Right.
And Alano.
That's 5. So you can only have one striker.
Yeah, and then Aguero up front.
Okay, we got there in the end. I'm thinking, yo, you just name him hella, man.
Favorite formation of all time.
Yes, there we said it.
Formation.
Can I just say
that is just vibes, innit? That's just quality and vibes. Big up Manny as well. Make sure you subscribe to Manny Good Vibes. Yeah, let's go on.
Joe Hart is the most overrated goalkeeper I've ever seen in my life.
All right, let's go into this.
I'm not
so bad.
Joe Hart. The amount of people that have blocked me because of Joe Hart.
Honestly, like I couldn't stand him. It was like guy couldn't even dive to his left properly. Like he was awful.
Yeah. If you shoot to his left, it's a goal.
Yeah, facts. And I hate Nigel de Jong as well because he tried to kill my Xabi Alonso in the World Cup final. So yeah, he got slandered for
You know what though? Joe Hart used to turn up in big games. You know, when he was under pressure, he was on fire. I remember that Barcelona game. He was like the best performance I've ever seen. He was really good in the Champions League for some reason. Like, he's mad. But I think the two things that used to annoy me about him was, like you say, to his left. Like, he had a weakness, and it was kind of like everyone knew it. Like, there was some of them goals on Derby Day, and I'm like, I could have run on the pitch and saved it. Like, it was that bad. Like, yeah, there's things that I didn't like. And also the fact he used to screech in my ears for 90 minutes. Like, yeah, people that watch on the TV, they probably really, really like him. But me, my ears, man, I'm deaf because of him. But yeah.
Yo, Jan.
Yes. They should. Whether they will or not, I don't know.
Yeah, on the Joe Hart thing, yes. At the time, definitely easily one of the most overrated goalkeepers of all time, simply because of the conversations he was been putting in. People talking about him. And this is not my United bias. This is just me watching him. People talking about him at one point.
People are saying in the comments he got 4 golden gloves, which, to be fair, with
Vincent Kompany in front of him.
Like, even with the 4 Golden Gloves, it's like I'm not hearing that people talk about him being the best goalkeeper in the world, and Buffon was about disrespect. I remember those conversations. Literally,
Because he's
it
English.
was yeah.
that's
He really, you know what? He
He's
really
not
got the
English.
British
He's
gas.
not in them
He
conversations.
got the premium British guy.
shoulder adverts as well.
You got the premium British guy. If I remember correctly, he went to there was a Euros. I think he played in the one where England played France. Did Nasri score? And Nasri beat him at his near post.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
made like
And
he
there was
made
the
like
one there against Iceland, wasn't it him who screwed up against
Yeah,
Iceland?
yeah.
Yeah.
there we go. Ridiculous. Good solid goalkeeper. But me and Lewis was talking about this on the
Banter
general.
after that game was hilarious, though, to be fair.
It's like, yo, people were tripping and that. Like, yes, decent goalkeeper, but best in the world, best. He's not even City's best. He ain't better than Edison.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I
Do
mean,
you know what?
yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what? Sean Goater was like my childhood.
Yo, where are all these City fans really came out of the woodwork, innit? Jesus.
You know what? Yeah, I love Sean Goater. The only reason why I won't put him in is because I needed one striker, and obviously Aguero. It has to be Aguero. But Sean Goater was class. I'd like to have seen King Cladze and Sean Goater in that City team, innit, where they'd have actual quality around them.
Oh, King Clancy. Oh, my maths teacher at high school was a big City fan. And he
Yeah.
always put on in form time videos of King Clancy to show us how good he was. Like, he was obsessed with him, honestly.
Yeah, we've had a few. Do you know what? I feel like so many City. We've had some good players over the years, but they just kind of, because there's no quality around them or not enough quality around them. I think they've just struggled. Do you know what I mean? Like, we had Anelka who was still good for us, even though he was towards the end of his career. But it's just kind of like the players around him. He could do a little bit, but not so much. So, you know, we'll have to. Obviously, like, I think a City all-time 11 is quite hard because a lot of our players that were good quality came at a time where the quality around them wasn't really there. So even though they were good players, how good would they have been next to a David Silva?
Yeah.
Or with Aguero in front of them? And it's like, and then you could argue the same for some of the City players that we've had now. Like, how good would they have been in an older City team without David Silva? You know, so
It's similar with, like, at our club with Suarez. Like, Suarez came into such a bad team, and literally he's the best player I've seen play for my club. And just imagine what he'd be doing in this team under Klopp. Like,
oh yeah,
madness.
yeah.
FT4LF says, where would you rank Aguero amongst the best strikers in the Premier League ever?
He's definitely up there.
Yeah, he's in the conversation. I say this all the time. He's in the conversation.
The only person.
He's in the conversation.
The only person that, you know, like, he's in conversations with people he shouldn't be in conversations with, innit? Like,
go on, elaborate on that. Go on.
When it's Thierry Henry, yes, I'm having that discussion. But when it's some of these average any strikers, I'm not trying to hear Aguero. Like,
say names, innit?
He scored 2 goals in his first game. Yeah, he can score from anywhere. Look at some of the angles that he scored from. You know, he won the title in his first season, and he's just like, Aguero has not even been fit for a full season, but yet he's still up there every season. Do you know what I mean? He's still up there, 2 goals behind the person that wins the Golden Boot when they played 5 to 10 more games. Like, he's unreal. Do you know what I mean? I can't really praise Aguero enough. Aguero's done it on the big stage. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't fault him. I can't fault him. But I think there's been better players than him, you know? Like, that's what I mean. Like, for me, Thierry Henry was the better all-rounder than Aguero. Yeah. So I would say that. But I'm talking about, like, Henry says that he'll take Aguero as a comparison. But he ain't trying to hear any other names, isn't it? That comes from Henry. That don't come from me.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
Some of those clutch moments with Aguero, like QPR, you know, it's just unreal, honestly. So consistent as well over the years. That's what's the most impressive to me. Except he's never scored at Anfield. I have to get that in. He's never scored at Anfield.
Who?
Aguero.
Hasn't
Never
it?
scored at Anfield.
Never
But you
scored
say
at
all top strikers, if I remember correctly, have that place where they don't do well or haven't scored. Like, if I remember correctly, I think Henry's only scored 1 goal at Old Trafford in the Premier
Oh,
League.
really?
And I think that was in a 6-1 defeat. I think someone in the comments will quote me on that. Somebody in the comments will quote. But yeah, if I remember correctly, it's only 1 goal. And I'm sure if you go through, say, a Drogba's record, Alan Shearer's record, there'll be grounds where they didn't do particularly well. Even if they scored there, it'll be like 1 in 9 or 2 in 10 or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? And that. RVP Van Persie won the league on his own. Deluded to he was phenomenal that season and that. Phenomenal. Abdi says Martial is winning the Champions League when he retires. Depends where he's playing and that. Who knows? That's a very bold statement. Bold statement. Use like any more questions you got.
Depends where he's playing.
Yeah? Depends where he's playing. It's a bold statement, isn't it? Like if he's here and we get the right players around him, then yeah, Martial's cold in it. It just seems like a very bold statement. Yeah, be. This is a question. Well, I'll answer it in it, but it says here Sergio could be back versus Liverpool at Anfield. Do you think without the crowd, Sergio could finally get his goal?
I'm on my knees. Please.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know where you was going with that for a second. I had no idea where that was going. And you said I'm on my knees. I'm like, yeah, what's that got to do with the question? Are you all right, Yancy? I'm like, dude, ain't that type of show. What are you talking about?
It's Aguero.
Yeah, I understand it's Aguero, but never mind it. Go on, Ryan. You answer first while Yancy gets herself together and that. Go on.
I think it's not only him. I think it's City's best chance of getting a win at Anfield as well without the crowd. Best chance for Sterling to turn up at Anfield for once, you know. It's not like he's going to get booed when he gets substituted this time. So if City don't win at Anfield in a couple of weeks, I don't know when they will, because it's your best chance. And I thought your best chance actually was the one where Mahrez missed the penalty a couple of years ago. And
it's like a curse because no
that's
way
when I realised,
or drew that game, whatever it was.
Yeah, I think it was a 0-0, I think I remember. Yeah. But I think, you know what, I was saying to Jan the other day that because of the form we're in and because of how scared I am of United winning the league, I was actually thinking about the possibility of wanting City to beat us just so it tries to stop United winning the league, because I'm like, for us, this season's done anyway. So, yeah, honestly, I actually think City will beat us in a couple of weeks, to be honest.
Wow.
I don't think we have Jota back for that game as well. So I think he's still out for a few weeks.
The way City are playing, and if they go there and win, that could be intent on. That shows intent. It makes a statement of them winning in the league.
Oh, it's a big statement,
If they go there and win, so who knows? Because it's in February, but it depends on their form leading up to it. Who knows? Liverpool's form could turn around and City could dip. So there's a lot of variables coming to that.
Game to my birthday. I know we're playing on my actual birthday now, but City better win that. I ain't looking to take an L.
Yeah, but it's not your birthday, so it don't matter, innit?
Nah, do you know what? Aguero, to be fair to him, he's played 2 games on my birthday. The first one, he scored 4 goals against Leicester. Yeah. The second time, he scored, I think, a hat-trick against Chelsea. He turns up on my birthday, He scored 4 goals twice and 3 goals once.
Yeah, he looked in the camera and he said, he said, Yancy, I know you're on your knees, innit? That's what he said, innit? That's exactly what he said. He said you're on your knees, innit?
Now, I was hoping that good luck would come for the game before my birthday. But now we're playing on my actual birthday. He'll probably score then and then not score against Liverpool. So, this is annoying.
Do you know what was funny? It just made me realise that game where Mahrez missed the penalty a couple of years ago, you substituted Aguero, and if Aguero was still on the pitch, you probably would have scored it as well. But you substituted him just before and brought Jesus on, I think. So, yeah. Did Jesus want to take it as well? Didn't they have an argument or something? I remember
God
I just remember Mahrez skying it to my tier. So, yeah.
Yeah, one sec. I was trying to get to the comment and shit just disappeared while I was looking at. Big up everyone in the chat also, man. Make sure you keep sharing it, get the numbers up. Mods, let us know how many likes we are on the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. It's rolled to 2,000 subscribers. Yeah, rolled to 2K subs. Where we at? Let's have a look. Oh yeah. Anyway, it's from my boy Deviant, and he said, even though it pays me to admit it, because he's like me, a United fan, the Aguero QPR moment is the most ever exciting end to a season. Do you lot agree? I know what you're going to say, Yancy. What are you saying? Yeah, of course you lot both going to agree because it took a title away from us. There it is. That's the question.
The
But yeah,
most I've ever celebrated a non-Liverpool goal.
Fucking hated it, man. It just still irritates me to this day. And when was
Best day of my life.
When was it? Was it like 2011?
2012, wasn't it?
What was it?
13th
See that?
of May, 2012, isn't it?
See that? So it's almost 10 years ago and it feels like it just happened. You know what I'm saying? Look at me, I feel disgusted talking about it. I feel disgusted. Disgusting. But yeah, mods, let us know how many likes we are on in the video. How many likes we on in the video? Let me know. But yeah, I think we are coming to a close on the show. Who you lot got next, Liverpool? Ryan.
Tottenham. We got Tottenham away on Thursday.
So are you confident going into that game?
Oh yeah, I don't see us winning that game. I think we'll get beat.
Really?
That's like the exact game where we've been struggling lately against teams who are just defending deep, and Mourinho's just going to do that, isn't he? And then they got Kane and Son on the counter attack. Like, I don't see us getting anything in that game, to be honest. And then I think we've got West Ham away after that. So yeah, we've got such a hard run of games coming up actually overall.
All right, fair enough. Yancy, who you lot got next? With the big yawn and that.
West Brom away.
Okay, so what you reckon? You confident or not? You're gonna say, well, anything can happen, even though you should really beat West Brom. But go on, Kevin, roll out your political rollout. Say that again.
We didn't beat them at home.
Yeah, that's true. But that's because they had, I don't know, because Pep played 2 DMs, isn't it? Obviously, beating West Brom at home's not for everybody, but it is what it is. Go on, what's your thoughts on it?
I think
don't raise your eyebrows at me either.
We should be winning, let's be honest. I think it'll be a close game because they've given quite a few teams a hard time, West Brom, to be honest, including us. So it won't be like a walk in the park. But I think City, hopefully Bernardo Silva steps up again for De Bruyne. So yeah, I'd like to think we can win. But if we play the way we played against Cheltenham, we got no chance. I just think we'll have a different squad, innit? Diaz is something else. Gundogan, the GOAT. Cancelo on fire. So let's hope that can shine against West Brom, innit? We need City under pressure because I think we really need to win our next sort of 3 games. Because we can't go into that Liverpool game in a bad position in the league. I think we need to go in top of the league. So we'll see what happens.
Abdi's trolling Man City in the comments saying Nottingham Forest are a bigger club than Man City.
Abdi don't know nothing about football.
Abdi made a mistake there. Nottingham Forest have won 2 Champions Leagues.
All right, we'll get into these.
Back to back. If your team done what Nottingham Forest have done, don't think so.
Here we go. So AFC says, is Jesus an effective number 9 to keep hold of, or would City fans get rid of him for 30 million? Is he a keep or dead wood? Yancy, obviously that's aimed at you, so I'll let you answer that.
Do you know what? Like, when he came in, I was like, I really like this guy. I don't know. I still like him. I just think in a City squad, you need to be a little bit more clinical, and he hasn't been clinical enough. He does kind of show up in big games. I can't really fault him too much. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think City will get rid of him. I don't think City will. But maybe if they got offered a decent sum for him, they would. I don't really know. I'd keep him because obviously you need strikers, innit? We need more than one. So I would keep him. But he wouldn't be my main option. So we need to get a big name in, like a Haaland. We need someone like that. Obviously, try and keep Aguero. If we can't keep Aguero, I'll get another one as well. But someone that doesn't mind being on the bench. We don't want 3 strikers that want to start. He's a good squad player for us, I think.
Yeah, shout out Lauren who says, rank these midfielders in order. You hear rattling people's brains at 20 to 12. Seedorf, Riquelme, Kaká, Ronaldinho, and Figo. All right, Ronaldinho definitely number 1 for me.
Ronaldinho, yeah.
Ronaldinho.
All right, so Ronaldinho number 1. I would say, do you want to go between Kaká and Seedorf 2 and 3? Why are you blocking people, man? What's wrong with you? Yancy, why are you blocking people?
tapped, didn't it?
Yeah, if you don't block him, no, innit? You know what I'm saying? Just ignore, man.
Yeah.
You block him for it. There's
Yeah,
people I don't agree with.
A few chances in it. He needs to come out the chat.
Yeah, I'd say no with it. What did he do? Was he slandering City?
He's always in City, but he's always coming out with this racist oil money, load of rubbish. Like, you're being like your oil money is a racist thing. Your name's Abdi Mahmoud, and you're coming out with stuff that's aimed at your own people. Like, come on now.
Yeah, I didn't know that in it. Yeah. No, yo, please, I say all the time, banter, run joke. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm running joke like the on the knees joke with Yan City is now going to be an ongoing theme. That being said, keep it clean in it. You know what I'm saying? And in the comments, you don't need to be racist or you get me or anything like that or foul language. So yeah, allow all that. But yeah, back to the question at hand.
Didn't Seedorf in like 3 leagues or something?
Something like that. Seedorf with Kelly, Kaka. I'd probably put Seedorf and Kaka 2. I can't. They're joint 2. Then Figo 4. Riquelme 5. But Riquelme is a baller. Yeah, that's what I'd go with. I'd probably put Riquelme over Figo. So I'd have Riquelme 4, Figo 5. What are you lot saying?
I never really saw a lot of Riquelme because I'm quite young. Obviously, I've seen Kaká, and I've seen, Ronaldinho a bit, especially a lot of YouTube videos like I've seen of Ronaldinho. So, and Ronaldinho just did stuff with a ball that people thought was impossible, but he was doing it. And Kaká was a baller as well. Got to see a lot of Kaká. So, yeah, I'm just going to speak on those two, to be honest. I can't really speak on the others. I know Seedorf was quality.
There we go, innit? So there you go. Good question. No, big up Bradley, who says big up Ryan Flawless and Jan. That today was majestic. Bruno is inevitable. Facts. We like Thanos. You know what I'm saying? Inevitable in that. That's what I'm saying. Where are we at? Just having a look here. Yeah, Jan City is definitely ruthless in that, without question. Without question. So yeah, before switching lanes, obviously Arsenal went out. Great stuff. Is Arteta, I can't even say on his last legs. Like, what's your thoughts on him? Ryan, we'll start with you. Like, Arteta, if he's a good manager, should he be sacked? Do you understand why Arsenal fans are wilding out? I don't know if you watched the game or not. I watched it. They were terrible. Like, in that game. What's your thoughts on, like, Arteta, Arsenal, and Arsenal overall?
Oh, is that for me?
Yeah. We'll start with you.
I didn't watch the game yesterday. I was too busy at the time, but obviously heard about it, seen the highlights, and in fairness to him, he has got a few good results the last few games as well. He's been on a decent run, and you have to remember he's got a lot of rubbish plays there as well. You know all these average plays like Xhaka and Bellerin and these guys, so there's only so much he can do. I think he does seem like he has got something about him, like he knows, but I think unfortunately for him, this job just might be a bit too much of a big job for him. It is a big rebuilding job at Arsenal, and I think to go into your first job in management into a club like Arsenal, where they've got so much rebuilding to do, I just think he made the wrong choice. But I can see him being a good manager one day, to be honest. There is something there about him, and I can't really see him getting sacked anytime soon, to be honest. I think he has still got a bit of time there, actually, at the moment.
Fair enough. Same to you, Yancy. What's your thoughts on it?
I agree. I actually said on a show earlier that I do see Arteta being a good manager in the future. He's quite early into his career. Obviously, he's learnt from the best. Do you know what I mean? And then, he's come to Arsenal. You can see what he's trying to do. It's not really working too tough, but I think that's to do with Arsenal and the way they're playing. But yeah, I think he will be given a little bit of time. Like I was having, because the discussion that we were having on the program was about Lampard, and I was saying that like at Chelsea you don't get given time. So obviously with Lampard being a legend, he's getting a little bit longer. But I think Arsenal aren't going to just sack him straight away. I think they will kind of back him a little bit. Obviously, he won't get back too much because they don't like spending money, but back him a little bit. And then we'll see. I think he's got potential. He's definitely got potential. But I just think it's a big job, like Ryan says. It's a big rebuilding job. I think if he went in, you know, when Wenger was there and they had Nasri and, you know, Van Persie and people like that, obviously he'd be having a much easier time. He's gone in at a bit of a bad time, I think. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. But he's definitely got potential. You can see what he's trying to do.
Yeah, you can see what he's trying to do. That's what I'm saying. And he is new and he is not being given the best possible platform. With obviously, Arsenal fans have waited their owners out for time and don't like the board. The squad is bad. Tuesday, Bayern Willian is not good. He's inherited Pepe. Aubameyang's gone off the boil. So you look at it, it's like, yeah, it's a bit tough. But yeah, I think that is... Oh yeah, we've answered his last question and then we're out. So yeah, get your questions in, people, because we're ducking in 5 minutes. The Sarcasm City Sports Q&A will be over. Well, Ryan's ducking now. He's had enough of you. He's had enough. Yan City, do you like the Manchester City women's team?
Do you know what? I don't really watch much women's football, but City, the thing that I like about City is from the top to the bottom, they all play the same way. And City's women play like the men. They are frustrating. They miss a lot of chances. Like they're like the men. They'll have 20 shots.
Like
10 shots on target, 2 goals. But they're I think they're a bit more clinical than the men. Like they won 7-1 today against Brighton. It's their 7th year anniversary when they actually relaunched as a professional team. Because City used to have 2 teams. They used to have 2 female teams. So they kind of scrapped them and then relaunched as Manchester City Women's 7 years ago today. So yeah, I do you know what? I have watched a little bit of Man City women. They're good. They are good. Obviously, Lyon are the #1 team in the world. They are unreal. They're women. They win the Champions League pretty much every year. They're unreal. So Chelsea women are quite good as well. Arsenal women used to be really good. I think at the moment, sort of Chelsea are a little bit better. But when they had like Alex Scott and stuff, they were winning everything. I think they won. I'm sure they won the quadruple. Arsenal ladies, I'm sure they won it.
I know they used to dominate everything because obviously they put the only thing I know watch women's football was they put the FA Cup final on BBC One. So man would watch that. That's it. Arsenal always seemed to be in it. It was always Arsenal. So that's all I know. I don't watch women's football, so I don't know what's going on. That's what it is. But yeah, it is what it is. If you chat rubbish in the comments, you will be blocked, people. So you know.
It's just our man. What do you expect?
Hey, don't. That's an imposter. Man. It's fake accounts. We had a few over here. You know what I'm saying? That's how I know the channel's growing. We had 2 or 3 fake accounts of people. We know we had a fake rants. We had a fake Lee Gunner. It's like, yo, you know I can contact these people to find out if it's them or not.
Man. How old are you? 5?
Hey, don't be disrespectful.
You can tell they're young.
Yeah. That's why you have to give him a blind. This is why when I'm on shows with ads and people be getting on his back, I'm like, yo, he's 15. And people need to remember that he's gonna, when he comes out with certain wild statements, I'm like, yo, Ryan, I'll let you answer this last question because Ryan has just rejoined. 1 second. Last question on you since you let me is Ryan's first show. Where's the question? Oh yeah, here we go. Jupe MCFC says, my laptop moving hella slow. Ryan, who are the realistic signings you would make for Liverpool knowing your first 11 is getting older?
We get older is because a lot of our first 11 is crap as well. Forget the older part. We definitely need a centre-back. To be fair, a lot of the signings I'm going to say, like each one of them could be realistic, but they're all not going to happen at the same time. Do you get what I mean? Like they all won't happen in the same window. So centre back, I'd probably go for like the obvious, which would be like Upamecano or something to go alongside Virgil. Midfield, I'd love Jack Grealish. Like Jack Grealish is like the dream signing for me. Like I'd just love him at Liverpool. He's so good. And then get Salah out, get Firmino out, and goodbye to those 2. And Mbappe's the dream, but it's not going to happen. I think he'll go Real Madrid. And I'll probably look at getting Sancho in to replace him. I reckon we could do that. And, get another, because we got Jota to go in the front 3 as well. Maybe get a striker in as well to replace Firmino. So, and then I think we're sorted, to be fair, because I think the rest of our team would be solid then as well.
Okay. All right. Large. And I think that's it. I think that concludes the show. Like I said, this is the trio you're now going to get. It'll be Yan City, Ryan, and myself hosting the show every Sunday. The normal slot is 8:30. But if a Manchester United game is on, we will move it around. So just keep your eye on my Twitter. And if you're subscribed to the channel, you'll see when the show is scheduled for. So if you don't get out at 8:30, it'll be 10, 11. And then you might get the occasional one like midweek because you lot seem to enjoy these shows. So you might get the odd one on a Tuesday or Wednesday. But because there's so much football, it's just hard to fit the shows in. Yancy, any lasting words before we roll out the show?
Just no coming for my team, innit?
All right, so you just did a love heart, and then that's that. Like, who was the love heart? Never. You know what? I don't even want to know because you were talking about getting on your knees and all that. So moving on, this is a PG show. Ryan, any lasting thoughts? You know what I mean? I hope you've enjoyed it, and it's great to have you on board. You know what I'm saying?
Cheers for having me on.
Yeah, man, you're regular now.
Oh, cheers, man. I love being on these shows as well. It's quality. Any lasting words? Gomez, Salah, Wijnaldum, Firmino, all out. That's what I'll say.
Wow. And on that note, yes.
That's
on
my
that
final words.
Mazo. But yeah, people, don't forget this show, the Q&A, and all the other shows on Sarcasm City TV. You can listen in the audio-only platform. So underneath every YouTube video is the link for the SoundCloud, the Spotify, the iTunes. So you can listen to him while you're at work, in your car, while you're at home. You might not want your YouTube open. So anywhere you listen to podcasts, type in Sarcasm City TV or Sarcasm City and it should pop up. Oh yeah, this bucket hat I'm rocking is Mitchell and Brennan. So go to Mitchell and Brennan 90s. Yeah, it's Mitchell Brennan 1976.com. That's the website and that in it. So make sure you get this. You can get bucket hats, other merch over there. You look cold. Not as cold as me, but you'll look cold in it. So there we go, people. But yeah, this has been the Sarcasm City Sports.
No, wait, I love this comment.
Go on, comment.
MCFC at the end.
All right, let's go there. He says, I'll let you.
It's nothing. What you have to realize is it's nothing personal I've got against any of the players, any of the frauds. I ain't got anything personal against them.
I said that it's nothing personal I've got against any of the frauds.
No, it's not like I hate them. I just don't rate them as footballers, but then that's why I want him out. But if I met Salah, I'd be proper respectful to him, you know. But yeah, I mean, I'd tell him to, if he wants to lift to Madrid, but yeah.
Would you politely say, "Will you please leave my club?"
Yeah, please just get out, man, get out. And as for Gomez, Gomez just, I'd sell Gomez for half a sandwich, to be honest. But he just needs to go as well. There's so many that need to go, honestly. And then Harris is getting into it now.
Oh, big up Harris, man, my guy. You're gonna see Harris over here. And put this out there. You'll see Harris over here on a permanent show. Probably next month, and me and Harris are gonna pattern something because he's definitely. I don't even think he knows that. So I'm telling you, you lot always get the exclusives on here. That's how much that I fuck with you get me the Sarcasm City community and that. So yeah, me and Harris will pattern something for a regular show over here because his football knowledge is good, and two, he's absolutely hilarious. So, that's what it's all about, creating content. See that we keep providing more and more content. Like I said, we are back tomorrow. Sarcasm City TV will be live. Going to talk from the Arsenal. So if you're an Arsenal fan, make sure you get locked in at 9 p.m. That's hosted by Cam, Marley, and Quill. And obviously, we'll be discussing getting beat by Southampton in the FA Cup. Arsenal have got Southampton again. And then obviously the big one on the weekend, which is, the top of the leagues in town. You get what I'm saying? I mean, this way is the farm team is in town. So it's Arsenal, Manchester United. So they'll be discussing that. So yes, going to talk from the Arsenal live tomorrow on Sarcasm City TV at 9 p.m. Also, as well, from a Third Eye View, will be live on Pi Radio tomorrow. So it'll be myself, JV, and Stro discussing all things. Well, FA Cup, Premier League. We'll be discussing obviously Premier League teams, FA Cup results, etc., etc. And that's on Pi Radio. So I'll go live on the Pi Radio, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. And also, if you're in the Northwest, on DAB Radio, and that's 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Make sure you get locked in. Yeah, I know you didn't know Harris, but I got you in it. Yeah, big up Zion as well. It's always hard ending these shows because you lot got comments. You lot don't run out of bars, innit? Say this all the time. They don't run.
Stream at the right time, innit?
Yeah, serious, yo. We've been here an hour and almost 50 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And that. But big up to you lot. Love, Man City, subscribe. Love for that. Make sure you hit the subscribe button in it. But yeah, this has been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A on Sarcasm City TV. Thank you very much for tuning in.